Hey guys, what's going on? I just wanted to go and do a little overview of the build that I'm working on here. Kind of just touch base on what we're working with, what route we're going, the plans for the build and all that kind of stuff. So let's get into it. So the truck that we got here is a 1954 Dodge pickup. It's a job rated pickup, I believe is what they call these. It's 1954, all original sheet metal. As you can see, it's got quite a bit of rust on it. I mean, I'm not going to do anything crazy with the body. I was planning on keeping it basically stock body for the most part. Basically a RatRod look, so keep the patina on the paint job. It looks really awesome if you ask me. I've already got the bed kind of broken down here. The fenders are off right now as I'm working on the back end here, but all in all, it's in pretty decent shape, so I think I'll be able to just kind of work with what's here. That way I don't have to go into a whole lot of body work or anything like that. And I kind of like the RatRod look, so we're just gonna roll with it. Keep it RatRod style and go from there. So I picked this truck up about a year ago. The guy that I bought it from, he had this truck actually on a Crown Vic front end, and then the rest of the frame was 54 Dodge original frame. The problem with the Crown Vic front end had a wide track width in the front, such that the wheels would stick out way too far when you aired it up. Yes, it was on bags. Yes, I will be keeping it on bags. So with the Crown Vic front end, it was so wide that when you air it up, the tires would actually hit the fenders. I don't want to have to do anything with the fenders. I didn't want to have to reshape them. So basically I ditched the entire frame that came under the truck. I ripped the body, cab, all that off. I sold the frame with a motor in it. Had a Dodge 318 automatic trans. So I ripped all that apart, kept the body for the truck. And right now actually the truck is sitting on a Chevy S10 frame. Yes, that is an S10 frame. And that right there is a Dodge 12 valve Cummins motor. So you can use the S10 frame. There's a lot of work involved, but we're kind of going with it, and we're going to see how it goes. Plans. So truck's going to go on the S10 frame. As you can already see, I already said, Dodge 12 valve Cummins. This is actually just a mock-up motor here. I've got another motor back there. We'll touch on that later in another video, perhaps. Yeah, so I'm planning on bagging it. So the truck's going to get airbags front and rear. I'm not sure whose control arms I'm going with. I will go aftermarket. We'll get into the brake setup later in another video. All that kind of stuff. But we're going to bag it. 12 valve Cummins. Turbo setup. Interior is pretty B right now. It's got a seat in it, but the seat is really rough. I mean, take a look at that. There's not much left of that seat there. Not sure what I want to do with that. Either get it completely upholstered with foam, ditch the springs, or do a RatRod bomber style seat. Not 100% sure on that. Floor, not great. The cab mounts actually blew through the floor, so right now we've got the frame kind of sitting on a dolly, or the cab, sorry, sitting on a dolly. It's got adjusters on it, so basically I can adjust it to whatever height I want for positioning on top of the frame, and also with the motor. The motor's also actually on a dolly right now. Only one mount's kind of hooked up. Interior wise, kind of just got a template mocked up here for the potential gauge layout on the driver's side here. I'm planning on just having this cut out, laser cut or something, put some gauges in there. I might do some sort of pillar or additional gauge pod. I'm not sure. I need room for a boost gauge, and right now all these gauges I got right here, these holes are all going to be filled already. Glove box, I have the original glove box. That's kind of ripped out. It's laying, I don't even know, somewhere in a pile right now. Far right, there was some radio speaker that was behind the grill on the right side. I don't know what I'm doing over there. I am actually going with a 5-speed MV4500 trans, so I don't know what's going on in the middle here. Kind of working on another template here, potentially for airbag setup. So I'd have front bag, rear bags, and air tank pressure, and then 2 switches for the front and rear bags, up and down. Nothing too crazy, just kind of go simple, no accurate setup or anything like that. Doors, they were already pretty much rat rodded out. Previous owner, he chopped these all up. He welded the bottom on. As you can see, not the best job. I might actually cut all that bag off and redo it myself, because the door does not close unless you really slam it hard. Truck's got original windshield in it. No cracks. The molding is not great. Probably gonna have to look online and see if I can find a new molding and actually pull the windshield out and replace it. Same with the rear window. Come on, focus. The rear windshield, same thing. It's actually stretched to the point you can see it's pulling actually away from the body here. So that's definitely gonna need to be replaced as well. Back to the back here. So the bed, let's see here. Like I already mentioned, the fenders are off right now. The other one's laying on the other side. This one's kind of just in the bed. The reason being is plan on bagging it. I want to set the entire thing basically frame on the ground once it's bagged out. And the only way to do that with the wheels I'm going with is to actually move the fenders up probably 2 or 3 inches. So the fenders are actually going to get moved up and then reattached there. So right now I've got them off, taking measurements and all that, figure out, you know, where the wheels and tires are going to sit, so that I know how much I need to move the fenders up before I actually commit to it. And here you can see the other fender, actually in pretty decent shape. Tailgate's actually welded fast. I might open that back up and do like a chain setup on there. Not 100% sure, but you know, that's something we're gonna look at then. Interior of the bed, it's pretty rotted out. I mean, most of the supports are all rotted out around. Right now the bed's actually just welded to some adjusters, you can see right here, onto the actual frame. That way I can just raise and lower it in the back. The front's just on blocks right now, just to kind of hold it. I'm not sure if it's at the right height, but yeah, that way I can just adjust the bed around, kind of finagle it with the cab, kind of get it all situated where I want it. Cab itself, pretty decent. There's no passenger side door on right now, but I do have the door. The passenger side door, from what I remember, is actually in a lot better shape. I had the emblems that were on the side here. It said job rated. The one busted off. I'm probably just going to ditch those and do a custom emblem. Not sure yet. The front end, yeah, it's seen better days. You can see busted up lower light. Headlights are actually all intact with the glass. Whole front grill's pretty much missing. Not sure what my plan is for that yet. I might just leave it, or I might end up trying to look for a RatRod grill or something to maybe do a custom grill. So yeah, 12 Cummins, bag it, drop it. Frame wise, not sure for the back, but I'm looking about potentially cutting it off, you know, right somewhere before, you know, what was the original suspension rear link there. Probably cut it off somewhere behind the cab and maybe do some sort of custom tubular back half. Not sure yet. Right now still just working on the front end. I'm not going to go too much into the engine stuff or the brakes right now, but as you can see, that dummy motor is in there, 12 valve Cummins. I've got one motor mount on there. It's actually bolted in place. The plate just needs to be welded to the frame there. I need some gussets on that. Brakes, probably gonna go custom control arms, not sure whose yet. And then we'll touch on the brakes in another video. I'll go into, you know, what the setup is that I'm using for the front. What actually we got right here is brakes, calipers, rotors, the whole 9. So I mean, that's it for now. Not gonna give you guys too much information on the motor yet. I'm still working on it. No, this transmission is not for it. There's the motor, you can see it's got a turbo, or at least there'll be more than one turbo on that. So we'll get into that in another one. If you guys have any questions, comments, let me know. Comment in the comment section. Leave a like if you like the video. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see. Main reason I want to try and do some videos for this truck, I know that when I build something, there's always lots of questions I have. You know, what's this like? How does this fit? So I'd like to maybe just do videos, go over that kind of stuff, see if I can just document some stuff for other people that are out there looking to build stuff, and kind of give them some ideas and let them know what works, what doesn't work, what ways have I done things that worked, and what didn't work. So that's it for now. We'll talk to you guys in the next one.